There is a newfound energy between India and America on the space program. And India and America are planning, through ISRO and NASA, to launch the world's single most expensive civilian Earth imaging satellite in the NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar satellite. I have with me Dr. V. Narayanan, the chairman of the Indian Space Research Organization. Dr. Narayanan, what is the stage for the NISAR mission?
So NISAR is nothing but NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar satellites. And in fact, the satellites are having two major payload. One is a LSAR payload, another one is a SR payload. And one of the payload is realized by India, another one has come from USA. And the entire satellite bus is realized in India, in Bangalore. And this is basically for Earth observation related aspect, and it is going to be really useful in multiple aspects. And we are building the rocket. It is the GSLV Mark II rocket. And I was having a very happiest moment in the life. When Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji was in USA recently, and I was watching their press meet, and I was so excited to hear our Honorable Prime Minister addressing the press and stating that India and Indian Space Research Organization of India and the JPL USA has together built a NISAR satellite, and which is going to bring lot of benefit to both the countries. It's a
life-saving satellite.
It is a life-saving, and it's a different satellite for different purpose. And the happiest thing for me was these two. Number one, payloads have come from both the countries. Satellite was built in India. And that is going to be launched by our own launch vehicle. When he made that statement, what type of happiness, what else is required? And that is the type of feeling I had. This is going to be yet another great day for India. Because, there is a saying, Abdul Kalam ji always used to say, strength only respects strength. A country, till 1975, we were not having satellite technology. 75, we built the first satellite, Aryabhatta, under the project directorship of the great Professor U.R. Rao. It was fully supported by other country. Russia supported, yes. And we launched from that country. From that humble beginning, 70s, India was looking other countries for satellite technology. From that, we are gradually becoming, occupying the leadership role. And today, two countries have built a important satellite together. And I am extremely happy that it is going to be launched by our own vehicle from Indian soil.
You are a rocket technologist. That we are using what was once called the naughty boy of ISRO, the geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle Mark II. You had a successful flight recently. Does that still worry you? Or do you want to shift to the launch vehicle Mark III, which is 100% reliability?
When I took over as the chairman ISRO, 13th of January, and then the first launch, when it came, yes, we had the option of a little delaying and going with the PSLV. But the GSLV Mark II vehicle, at one point of time, it was a naughty boy. It was told as naughty boy. But today we have understood everything and we have put in place. And I was involved fully in the cryogenic development. Yes. And then we understand it is a complex vehicle. But I was not having any iota of doubt. Otherwise, after taking over the chairman, who will authorize that rocket to go first? And today, it is history. The 100th launch on 29th of January from Sriharikota, we used the so-called naughty boy. But today, it is a sincere, obedient boy, that GSLV Mark II vehicle, and lifted off gigantically and yielded the required result. So I don't have any doubt that that will yield the required result, and we are putting very systematic effort. The team, ISRO, is very, very careful. They understand the importance of the satellite, importance of the vehicle, and every aspect is thoroughly addressed. So we will not change the decisions just like that, going here and there. That vehicle, this vehicle is also, if you say, it is a 100% reliable vehicle, in my opinion.
Sure. Fair enough. Now, people also ask, how come the Indian component of the NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar satellite has been made in about $0.1, $0.2 billion, whereas the NASA component is close to $1 billion? Why this difference in cost when we are not only supplying one payload, we are also giving the rocket, we are also giving the launch pad?
It's a very good question. Probably this question is arising in my mind also. But it is the type of working culture, type of testing requirement, and what type of experiments people carry out. All those things decide. I can comment fully because I have got full knowledge about the costing aspect of our portion. But the NASA portion, to be honest and frank, I don't have full knowledge. What are all their costs, how it comes, and what are all the testing costs, and how much test they have done. I know the required tests are done, that much I know. But then it is their costing methodology, probably I cannot fully comment on that.
But is it our frugal technology, our culture of putting in long hours without getting worried, and also that we deploy our human resources over several different missions, and also the same way our components? Does that bring our cost down and become a reliable, low-cost opportunity?
Say, when you talk about costing, first of all, we should understand the stature of our country when we got independence, when we started the space program. I am from a village background, okay? Whenever, for example, take the cryogenic development, Mark III, I was the project director of the C-25 cryo stage in the last phase. Of course, initially there were leaders, including Kunyakumaran sir and Gupta, N.K. Gupta, Sarvesan giving the leadership role. And towards the last phase, at least 5-6 years, I was the project director. Whenever we write a test plan, everything comes in the mind. What is happening in the village, what is happening in the country, why should we do the test, can't we do a digital simulation and do, so that the cost will come down. And to our credit, only with 3 engines, first engine sea level test, second engine stage level test, third engine had test, and it was successfully flown. And none of the country has done, nobody will do like this. The people have taken 8-9 engines and they do a lot of things. So one has to be sensitive about your country, your citizens, and accordingly you have to act. So thereby, my colleagues in ISRO, yes, we have to do the testing, we have to do everything, but then keep everything, every aspect in the mind, and surely wherever cost cutting is possible, we must do. So that is the approach with that we are going through the program. So hereby the cost also is within very, very under control.
So excited about the NISAR mission?
Naturally, say please, with another giant we have built a satellite together, and our rocket is going to place the satellite. What type of excitement we are going to have? I will be as the chairman ISRO and secretary Department of Space, and more than that, as a technologist, I will be so excited to see that successful mission.
Thanks a lot for speaking to me, Dr. Narayanan. So that was Dr. V. Narayanan, chairman of the Indian Space Research Organization, telling us about the NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar satellite jointly made between NASA and ISRO, and the world's single most expensive civilian Earth imaging satellite ever to be made, to be launched from India on an Indian rocket. It also shows how far Indo-US relations have come in space. The first rocket we used, the Nike Apache, was an American rocket. And now Indo-US relations shifting to a point where America is going to use the Indian rocket. In New Delhi, Pallava, Bagla for NDTV.